How do you feel about that?
All right, well, you're just days away from a huge fight here at the PFL finals. What's the emotion like?
I'm really weirdly calm going into this one. I think I was more nervous my last one, just with all of my own family circumstances that were going on and everything. This one I feel extremely prepared and just ready to go at this point. Yeah, just calm and ready.
Yeah, we had spoken about a month ago, and you're telling me how you kind of enjoyed the extra attention that's been thrown your way, obviously with the magnitude of the fight. Is it still the same, or are you getting tired of all the questions in the media?
I'm getting tired of repeated questions, but I mean, other than that, it's welcome. Honestly, I don't mind it too much.
Yeah. What would you say is the most repeated question?
How do you plan to stop a takedown? With my arms, I don't really good wrestling. I'm not sure.
So how do you plan?
I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah.
Swing a little bit,
Have you ran across Kayla this week?
Yeah. This week. No, not this week. We ran in, anytime we run into each other, though, it's friendly. There's no bad blood between us or anything like that.
Yeah. And the expectations, obviously, Kayla's super dominant. I mean, you probably get this question a lot too. The odds are probably favoring her a lot. Is that extra motivation for you? How does that make you feel towards the challenge that you have ahead?
You know what? I'm not super concerned with the odds. I saw a really cool, my coach showed me a really cool quote from a motivational video, and it's the odds don't really matter once that cage door closes because anything can happen. So it's cool, the odds can say she's a huge favorite, but it only takes one punch.
Yeah. And do you feel like she almost has all the pressure on because of obviously the expectations and not forget that this is the last fight of her deal with PFL?
I think she has a lot of pressure, but I think I have my own pressure too. It's not from necessarily people watching from the outside, but people at my gym, my coaches, my family, they expect me to perform a certain way. So my own pressure is there as well.
You mentioned about the fact that you've gotten a lot of the same questions again and again. What is something that you want people to know about you that has not been talked about or asked you?
Not sure. I don't know. I got 3 dogs. They're really cool. No, I don't know. Honestly, I'm really well prepared for this fight, and I'm really confident in myself and my training and my coaches. I'm excited to at least shock some people come Wednesday.
So you want to be a Buster Douglas then?
What was that?
You want to be a Buster Douglas then?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Taylor, speaking about shock, I believe I can say, speak for everybody, you shocked a lot of people. A lot of people were foreseeing Kayla and Larissa 3, and you just said, nah, I'm going to come up right here and I'm going to secure my spot. You're going to continue this train. What would it mean for you to pull off the major upset?
I think it would be really cool. I mean, in the sense that it would be something to be proud of. But I'm still super early in my career. I'm literally 3-1 going into this. And I think I'm not entirely sure. I just think it would be cool to show my son one day, hey, you can take on giants and you can still win.
Speaking of giants, because you train at Extreme Couture and you train with the giant himself,
Yeah.
what was it like? Have you spoken to him about going into a championship fight and what's the mindset going into it?
Before my last fight, when I had a ton of stuff going on, it was actually really cool. I remember there was a moment we were doing our Sicko Saturdays, which is where we do our conditioning, and he and I were sitting in the cage together, and I was telling him how scared I was and just all the things that were going through my head, and he was like, hey, you don't know what she's going through too. She could be going through something worse, an injury, anything like that. He's like, you need to focus on you. You're strong. We know how strong you are. We know how good you are. You just need to perform. That's all you need to worry about. And it's those words stick with me. No matter what's going wrong, I just need to do what I'm good at.
How much does it help to be able to train with other women like Casey O'Neill and some of the other really high level female players they have there?
Those are my girls, man. It's literally just a bunch of knuckleheads all hanging out. We're all a bunch of idiots and we're all trying to knock each other out all the time. It's super fun. It's a lot of fun, honestly. But we elevate each other, it's a strong women's team, and we're not there to just mess around. We're there to get better every time we're together.
In your opinion, what have other fighters lacked when facing Kayla that have been unable to beat her?
Have they lacked? I think they've lacked the correct mindset once they get in there. I think they get in there and they, this is nothing personal towards them or anything, but I think that they all are very strong women going into the fight. And then as soon as that cage door closes, they forget their game plan. They're like, just don't get taken down. Don't get taken down. Then they're taken down. Then they just stop reacting immediately. I'm not afraid of takedowns. I like to be on the ground. I know how to scramble. I know how to get off my back, and I know how to damage while doing all that stuff. So it's like, when it comes down to it, I'm gonna be trying to damage her the entire time.
Did you take that whole little engine that could come in more as an insult or a little playful dig, or do you take motivation from it?
Playful dig more than anything. She's a good talker. We all know she's a really good talker, and I think she didn't mean it like to get under my skin, honestly. But it was kind of like, okay, like I know how that story ends, and the engine did, so I want to do it.
Taylor, you spoke about not really caring about the odds. Your mother is currently fighting against the odds right now. How does that inspire you coming into something that is minuscule in the big picture of things compared to that?
100%. Like it's all my motivation. Like this is nothing. This is, there's tons of people out there fighting for their lives literally every day. When it comes down to this is just 25 minutes of my life, and it's just a hard push. And then I can go back to being a normal person after this and hang out with my family while my mom has to stay at a hospital. So I mean, like, I'm lucky.
Thank you, and good luck with you and your mom as well.
Thanks.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.